Let's do it.
Because I'm leading tonight. I'm giving Callie a break because she has been like crazy busy with her moving and the DMV or whatever it's called in Idaho and all of these things. And so I said, it's okay, Callie. You know what? You just pet your head and you just sit back tonight. So hi. It's good to see your faces. Hello, Linlow. I love you. You're so cute. Good to see everybody. Oh, hi. Hi, Ross. All right. So our number's climbing a little bit. That's exciting. Hi, Holly. All right, you guys, welcome everybody to Thursday Night Shift. We're so excited that you're here. In fact, we feel like this is like our own little like groupie. Like it's like you guys are groupies and we're groupies of you. And this is what we do. We hang out on Thursday nights together, right? So anyhow, we're going to talk to you tonight about a couple different things. And as always with Thursday Night Shift, you never know what you're going to get or what you're going to leave with. So that being said, the first person who's going to talk to us tonight. Oh, wait, we didn't even say if we were going to do a question. Jen, are you holding your finger up because it's supposed to be you first? And I know that. No. Oh, we need a question. You guys, what do you want to ask us?
How did we not discuss that in the last 15 minutes?
How did we not?
I don't know. I think we got so excited about everything else. How about this? How about we share our biggest tip for working our business in July? Because the J months can be slow, people say, or not. Does everybody like that question? Nobody seems excited.
Yeah. Biggest tip for July. Yeah, absolutely.
I have a quote that I just actually posted that I read from somewhere else that goes along with that, Jody. So I'm going to read this and maybe this will inspire us with what we have to add to this topic. So it says, it's easy to be motivated when everything is going well. The goal is to stay disciplined when things get tough. So some of us feel like things may have gotten tough because we just came off of a big, huge recruiting month and, things have been crazy and busy and now it's beautiful weather. And how do you stay disciplined? What is your biggest tip in a month like July to stay disciplined?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Go.
Focused. I'm going to share some tips with you or a tip with you later, so I don't want to give it away. But I was talking with one of my teams today. We're in a chat. And I get it, like where Jen lives and a bunch of my team that's up in New York or even where Melissa is, you don't have a good weather season, right? So even when I lived in New York, I didn't work as hard as I should have because I needed to enjoy the 60 days of sunshine that we got. So we often see a dip in our business during that, but we don't have to because we can find time. We can carve out moments to work our business. And when we apply focus, or when like Jen said, we're determined to get through those harder moments or in life or through, summer months because we're enjoying life, you have to make time. You have to find focus and carve out those moments that you can work your business. And it is simple as using Amy, doing some follow-up, sharing things. If you use Visly, you can schedule a whole month's worth of stuff for your group page and your VIP page, but you have to focus on doing those things and finding the sales. Who wants to go next? Jamie Cookie Pilcher?
What was the question?
Oh, come on.
Okay, Cookie, do you have a tip for working your business during July?
Kinda, it's going to be the same thing. It's just stay connected. Like I was just talking to another friend of mine today that I think I didn't feel this way really in June, but I've really felt it this month. Like, I don't want to answer any questions. I don't want to have to go work. I don't want to do it. It's summer. My daughter's home. Like I guess it's a little bit of a burnout, right? But we can't really do that. We can't just check out. So just stay connected, whether that's texting your friends, texting your customers, like Jody's already said. So I feel like it's repetitive, but just stay connected because I know for me, I've struggled with that the past 2 weeks with kids coming and going. JC leaves again this week. It's hard to I feel like there's always information pouring in. It's a new release. It's this or that. And so I don't know. I would just say stay connected, whatever that looks like for you, but just stay connected, stay in the know. Don't get used to being away because when you do, then it's harder to step back in. So stay connected.
I'm going to piggyback off of that. And honest to God, I am so ready to be done saying I'm in the middle of this move. Like, I'm literally so over it. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing it. But I feel like that, honestly, staying connected, like those few weeks that I wasn't here on shift with you guys, or I wasn't on our Saturday call for our group or any of that stuff, like it literally being here is what kept me connected, what kept me excited. It makes me, honestly, following people on social media, like in your downtime, because sometimes when life gets busy, we all fall into that scrolling, right? Following other consultants and seeing what they're doing and the exciting things, it makes me want to get back here and it makes me want to be more motivated. So definitely staying connected. And when you are feeling that, seeking out those that do inspire you, that do motivate you, so that that can help push you through that season. But then I would also say on top of it is that when you are on, like when you're feeling good, when things are flowing, when things are happening, to ride that as much as you possibly can, because I haven't had a chance really to sit down and do the things that I've wanted to do, but my sales are still coming in, my orders are still coming in. And that's because of the relationships and all the things that I've done over the years that have continued to build that I don't have to worry about where it's going to come from now.
Me? Yeah. I mean, I'd have to agree with all of them. It's so true. Sometimes you get in this horrible cycle where you disconnect because you've been disconnected, right? And you just feel guilty. You're like, how do I dive back in? I don't have it all together, but you truly just have to dive back in. I think I've spent the last 2 days just going through, and I think the last 4 months, I've just kind of been chasing my tail, not keeping track of my Scentsy Club people, not knowing like 2 or 3 people dropped off and not staying connected with them. And you just have to dive back in. I started filling back out on my trackers, fixing my planner so that everything's in order. You just have to start, because the more days that pass, you just fall further and further behind. So one of the best things, that's why I said last week, during this month, you have great reasons to connect with your customers. Especially, I have a whole pile of people that haven't ordered in like 9 months. And what a great month to go and be like, hey, I'm just checking in with the people I haven't talked to in a little while. We have a new catalog. They're about to be here any day. Would you like one? And can I send you the scratch and sniff sheet? And I mean, probably 40 people that haven't ordered. They're like, oh yes, it's been so busy. It's summer. I've been getting back to work with COVID. So it's a great month to have a reason. Someone once said, or a book I read said, great consultants find reasons to connect with their customers and connect with their people. And this month is a great month. You have a reason. You have new catalogs. You have things coming out. You have this air purifier. You have a whole bunch of things to talk about. So don't let yourself get on that circle where you just keep disconnecting yourself because you feel guilty that you haven't connected. Just dive in, start organizing, start writing people's names down. I'd go on Facebook, I'd go on my phone, just start connecting and use this month to really dive in and connect with people.
Yeah, all of that. And then I was reading the chat because I want to know why Natalie says I'm worrying, but trying to get back into it. Well, this is a good start. Good start getting back into it because we're here every Thursday. But here's the thing. We're like, why is July any different than any of our other working months? Okay, maybe because it's summer. I find I'm a little lazier. I'm finding that I'm finding a lot of excuses to do anything but get in my office. But I'm thankful that I have gotten into a routine using Amy because I'm at least reaching out with customers every single day. I've set my customer reach out to the maximum in Amy. And so I think it allows me to reach out to 30 customers a day. But we have to prioritize. And the easiest way to prioritize and to keep yourself on task is to find a buddy in the business. And we say that all the time. When you find a buddy in the business that you hold each other accountable, or you text and say, all right, what are you working on today? Or you might not be working on anything Scentsy, but it's still somebody checking in, and you kind of feel stupid when you're like 3 days in a row. Oh, nothing. I'm not working on anything today. No, I'm kidding. But accountability and a buddy is a really, really good way to get yourself through these months when we just want to be outside. We want to be swimming and at barbecues. But here's the thing, right? So even if you're at barbecues or you're swimming or you're doing all of these summer things, if you're doing it with other people, it's an opportunity to talk about Scentsy. It's an opportunity for you to say, you're not going to believe what is coming out next month. You know, I just have to tell you, my favorite scent is being discontinued this month, and I am so excited to put it in my Scentsy Club. What's Scentsy Club? How have I not told you about Scentsy Club? And the conversation can go so organic like that. And it's all based on you giving those around you an update. Give them an update. What's going on? What are you excited about with your business? What are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to SFR. What's SFR? Oh my gosh. I'm just so excited, and it's virtual. It's typically not virtual. We typically do it in person, but you know, there's all ways to talk about your business in an organic way, but you have to talk about it. That's the first step, is opening your mouth. You cannot completely run your business from behind a computer screen or from behind your phone. I mean, when I first started, the best and quickest way to get somebody hooked on Scentsy was by putting it under their nose. Now, I know we're on the tail end of COVID. We're finally, Canada, I even read in the chat, like, I want it to open for you as well. I want you guys to get back to normal. We're starting to a little bit in the US, and I don't know. And then this variant is coming. Gosh, please tell me that that's not going to affect our fall, winter, and into next year. But getting Scentsy under people's noses again. We haven't done that in like 14 months. And so the easiest way to sell fragrance is to smell fragrance. That's quotable. That's quotable. The easiest way to sell fragrance is to smell fragrance. Okay? So we need to do what we do. And we need to talk about it with anybody that we're around, which isn't anything different than any other month. We just have to be more conscious when we're sitting on a towel by a pool. Okay? All right, Jen, tell us a few things as we transition to you about transition.
Okay. So first of all, I have to come out and say, if you haven't watched Becca Levi's Excuse Buster videos on YouTube, it is worth searching. They are amazing, because the bottom line is we can come up with every excuse known to man, but we don't have to. It's completely up to you. What is your why? Why are you doing this business? Now, I will tell you, and you guys all know that I'm a little bit crazy, but for years, I'm going on my 13th year. For 10 years, I did not give up a summer. Like, I worked all the time, because I had goals and I had things that I wanted to do. And that's where you have to figure out where you are and where you want to be and how important it is. If, you're hearing from many superstar directors that gave up some of their summers and worked really hard through those times. And so we kind of feel like, you know what, it's okay if I want to move and just take a few weeks off, or if I need to go on a vacation, or if I'm busy working on my brand new gorgeous oasis in my backyard, or if I decide to go to the ocean for the weekend, whatever it is, like, that's okay. But we've kind of earned our way to that spot, if that makes any sense. So make sure you know what your why is. Why are you doing this? What is it that's going to keep you going? And I'll tell you, there's nothing that will keep you going more than a brand new recruit with a lot of passion, somebody who's super excited. Go out and find the most amazing person you have ever met, sponsor them, and do it with them. And then guess what? If you're a leader, which means lead or above, your team is going to do what you do, because when you're excited, they're excited. If you're just kind of taking June, July, August, September off, they're going to take June, July, August, September off. So find your fire, find that spark, find that thing that gets you excited again, and do it. And find those people, like I think Melissa said, find a buddy. Find those people who keep you excited and check in with them. There are so many people out there that are where you are or want to be where you want to be. You just have to find those people. And I'm not kidding when I say find yourself a great recruit that wants it all, and you will help them get it all. And by helping them, you're helping yourself. July is, in my opinion, probably the most important month of the year. This is the month where you're going to set yourself up for your major promotions in the fall and winter, in the fall, really, I should say. Because I know I say that because we also have our region 2 and region 3 people. Region 3 is on a little bit of a different, because they're going into summer instead of going into winter. But right now is so important. July is not the month if you aren't where you want to be, if your paychecks aren't where you want them to be, and if you are planning on building a huge, amazing pass-onable business. That's not a word, I know, but I made it up. Pass-onable business for your family. Don't give up. Work hard in July, because what you do in July sets you up for August, September, October. Super important. I think we've kind of forgotten. I remember 3 years ago, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years ago, transition month was like the month that we sponsored all the people because you got extra catalogs and testers. Like, it's so exciting. What happened to that passion? Like, where are all the people talking about these extra things that you get in your kit? This is the best month ever in the history of Scentsy to join. How many people have you told that to? Tell them this is truly, honestly, the best month ever, because big things are coming. Record numbers of people are going to make superstar director, star director, director. It's going to happen this fall. It's what you do in July that's going to predict what happens for you this fall. So you guys, don't fall on the train of relaxing. Get out there, work hard. It is so worth it. You can work Scentsy part-time, but you can't work sometimes. You can back off a little bit, but you got to spend your time on the important things, on the things that are going to make a difference, on those IPAs, those income producing activities, and those sponsoring activities, because really that's what we all know, that's what it's all about. So we talked last week about transitioning, about shifting our businesses into fall, winter, right? So let's talk a little bit about the new incentive. It's coming August 1st. Again, another reason why July is so important. Get your ducks in a row. You want 55,000 people to sign up in August. Okay, that was a little much, I know, but I get excited. So you want a lot of people to sign up in August, and you want them to sign up in July. You never, ever, for the record, this is a little $1 million tip, never tell somebody to wait to join. I don't care how close you are, never tell them to wait, because their tire is going to be flat the day that they're supposed to join. They are going to run over a nail, and they are going to have a flat tire. And this amazing opportunity is going to be gone, because they're going to decide to put that money toward their new tire or repairing their tire. Fall this year is going to be different. What are you going to do? What are you explaining to people? How are you going to do it? Are you going to keep doing online parties? Are you going to open yourself up to doing a little bit of home parties? Are you going to go back to doing some events? Are you going to hand those basket parties out again? What are you going to do? What is your fall going to look like? So really start thinking about it. Start talking about it. Start showing it on your stories. Start posting it on Facebook. Start talking, using your mouth. Your passion is the most valuable asset that you have. Like Melissa said, sitting down and having that conversation and talking about my favorite scent is retiring, thank God for club, is the same thing as I'm so glad that we're coming out of this horrible COVID season and I can finally get these basket parties into people's hands. And they're going to say, oh, what's a basket party? Just talk about it all the time. One of the things we used to do all the time is carry your basket parties with you everywhere you go. I just carried mine I had an appointment, I carried it in, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to leave these in my car because I don't want to take a chance of them melting. What are they? It leads you into that conversation. So again, now we're going to talk about transitioning into recruiting, because we all know July is the most and best month ever in the history of Scentsy. If you don't believe that, sit down tonight and I want you to take a piece of paper and write down every reason why July is the best month ever to join Scentsy. It truly, truly is. And figure out those reasons and then start sharing them with people, start talking to people about it. You guys, we are going to have the most incredible fall ever. I am going to have the most incredible fall ever. And I know so many other people that are going to have the most incredible fall ever. I'm going to have the biggest paycheck I've ever had in my life. I am going to have the most incredible people join my team, even though I know people don't like to hear that saying, but I still say it because I'm a dinosaur. I am going to have the most fun. I am going to be a top earner in the incredible trip that's going to be announced. And I will tell you guys a little secret. Should I say this? Somebody told me, somebody of status, not status, somebody who knows said, Jen, this trip is going to be up your alley, or this is going to be a trip that you're going to really like. So I kind of liked that. That made me very, very excited because the person knows that I love to travel the world. So I'm hoping that maybe it's a super fun trip like that. But anyway, the best trip ever is coming up. The best month ever is this month. Everything great is coming. Do not sit and relax. Take time with your family. Take time in the sun. Go to the beach. Do all the things, but bring your stuff with you and never stop talking about the opportunity. And now I am going to hand it over to, I think it was Jody that is going to share with us now.
Jody.
Perfect.
I don't want to. I never want to follow you. Why do y'all do this
Stop.
to me? So whenever I get on here, like these nerves come over me because y'all looking at me and I hate it. I hate to be like the attention on me. So maybe y'all should just pretend you're doing something else. And I could breathe a little bit better.
I'll just go.
I don't have anything nearly as exciting to say as Jen Audette. I really just wanted to share something with you about Transition Month. And I couldn't fully share it earlier when I was talking to that team this morning and they were saying that their sales were really, really low and they just didn't know what to do. And my answer was to focus. Like you have to put focus on what you want. So if your numbers are down and you're not reaching, even if it's your 500, then you need to focus on that. Or if it's recruiting, you need to put your focus there. Today, we needed to put our focus into sales. So I shared with them something that I had posted. My disclaimer is you all need to know the rules about what you can and cannot share in personal specials. The end, it's in your workstation. Okay. But this part is not a personal special and you can share this. A lot of times things will come down to verbiage and I am not the creative verbiage writer of the group whatsoever. But for some reason today, this post worked. And all I wrote on my VIP page was, good morning. I have a I have a special I'm offering for you all today in capital letters. 12 bars of your choice for $54. It's not a special. It is 10% off. It's 2 6-packs. $27 a piece in the US times 2 is 54. It makes each bar $4.50. So I wrote that. I said, you'll get each bar for $4.50 versus versus $6. I have collected 12 orders, over $600 in orders since this morning. So again, it is about where you put the focus and how you say things. Now that will be only the first of the specials I post this month. Of course, I'm going to post something about fragrance flowers, or I'm going to choose an item from the clearance section that focuses heavily. I haven't looked at it today, but let's say it was for me, the mini wildlife warmer. I know lots of people in upstate New York that would love that. So I can focus on that and make that all about my VIP page and who needs it and how to display it and why they need it for 10% off or whatever it is in the clearance section. And that would be my sellable item for the day. So think about what you can showcase or how you can word things like using the 12 bar special. Everyone, I feel a little bit bad because they think I'm really doing like this hefty favor. And it's just really, I just sold you two 6-packs that were 10% off, but I made it sound really good. And I sold 12 of those boogers. So I sold 24 6-packs basically in essence today by posting that. So focus, get out there, text. And if you're going to do it in private, you can add, I'll cover shipping. Like if it's local for you, make it sound like you're paying the shipping for them and it's even bigger deal. And if it's not, and you want to cover shipping, which I totally would, then you can put that in a private message to each person. Say, it's not only 12 bars for $54, but it's free shipping too. They're going to jump all over that, you guys. And you're not out anything. And plus now you've got a party for yourself. If you wanted to, you could turn around and do a mystery host on that. You could keep all the rewards for yourself. You could, if you did them all through your PWS or individual orders, and direct shipped all of those, you could save that party and close it next month on the 1st so that you could use your host benefits towards items in the new catalog. So I always have a party that stays open and a party that I close right away, because that party that stays open is what I'm going to use to buy all of the stuff that I want out of the new catalog. I'm going to get all my bars and towards the purifier and all of the things so that I'm out less money. So I hope that helps. But find your focus, you guys. If your numbers aren't where they want to be or your team isn't growing the way you want to be, you have to find focus, because where you focus and put your attention is where you're going to see results. It's as plain and simple as that. So who wanted to jump after that?
I will.
Okay, take it away.
Oh. Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
For a second, I thought my microphone went out. you can never have too many ideas. So Jody, thank you. And don't discount yourself nor your ideas that you share, because it's, you can never have too many. Okay, here's what I want to do. Actually, I'm totally flipping the script for a second. And I did this with my team 2 weeks ago. And if my team is on, well, you can either do it again or do it again. But here's what we're going to do. So I have a hypothetical question for you. If you had to collect $200 in one 24-hour period, like the clock started right now, and by, well, it's 8:30 Eastern time, whatever that is in your time zone. If by 24 hours from now you had to have $200 in orders, where would those orders come from? I want you to write this down. Write this down. Don't just think about it. Write this down. If you needed $200, where would the $200 come from? And I would play music, but Zoom's going to block it out anyways. So, I mean, I guess I could. They're still just going to block it out. Or YouTube does. I think it's YouTube. That'll flag the video and be like, you do not have rights to this. I'll shut up. $200. How are you getting it? Because these are the types of questions we need to ask ourselves when we are not happy with where our PRV is. Because when we actually put our feet to the fire to collect $200, we can do it. When we actually challenge ourselves to up our PRV by one party, by one qualifying party, how would you do it? Who would you go to? Who would you follow up with? Would it be customers from 6 months ago? Customers from 3 months ago? Your family? Your friends? Sometimes we take advantage. No, not take advantage. Take for granted that our family knows to come to us for Scentsy. And we take it for granted. Because I'm not even going to lie. I got in my mother's car the other day and she had, guys, something other than Scentsy in her car. My mother! And I'm like, oh, I don't even want to come unglued, but I'm about to come unglued. But I came unglued it myself because that obviously means I'm not making sure that she doesn't have some other SHIT in her car besides Scentsy. So don't take for granted that your family knows to come to you for Scentsy. Make sure that they're stocked. Make sure they have it in their car and they've got the fan hooked into their computer so that they can scent their personal space. Make sure they have a scent pack in their sock drawer and their gym bag and the kid's hockey bag. Make sure. Ask them these questions. Do you have a room spray in your car to spray your floor mats? You don't? We need to get it. We need to get you one. What scent do you want? In my mother's case, she is going to be so stocked up, they'll run out of smell before she even has a chance to use them. But don't take for granted. So if you needed $200 in a 24-hour period, where's that going to come from? Think about it. It's not that hard. Because when you think about the people around you that you haven't offered Scentsy to in a while, I bet they could use something. Okay, can I move on, even though I only saw a few of you writing? I almost was going to make you, I was going to say, here's your next challenge. Turn your camera on. Great job, Jen Audette. That's why you're so successful. You do all the things that anybody asks. You guys, let's be like Jen. Okay, now here's the next thing. You just collected $200 in orders. Congratulations, it's 24 hours later. You collected $200 in orders. That means you have some host rewards to use for yourself. What is a product you have never demoed, haven't demoed in a long time, or is on your own personal wish list? Write that product down. Because your homework is to not only collect $200 in orders, but it's to redeem your host rewards for the product you need to demo for your customers. What are they not buying? Because whatever they're not buying is what you need to show them they need. Okay? Diffusing. I love this. Put it in the chat. What do you want to try?
Did I already tell you guys last week about my Travelton idea? No?
No.
It's because I feel like that is an underutilized, like who here uses or has ordered Traveltons in like the last year? Jamie has, okay. All right. Some people do. I feel like Traveltons are very underutilized, even myself. And I opened the bread cabinet in my old house to like clear everything out. And I was like, this, I do not like this. There is that double-sided sticky gummy stuff that says it can hold like a brick to the wall or a shelf, right? I have a roll of that and I ordered 18 Traveltons, and I'm sticking them in all of the places that like you can't put things. So like in drawers, in cupboards, in the pantry, all those places are now getting Traveltons, and it's going to be all over social media and people are going to.
All right. So you're telling me that the Traveltons that I wrote off like a long time ago as one of my least favorite products, I need to like, that's what I'm going to redeem my host rewards for.
Did you know, like I have
Deal.
a medicine cabinet.
Deal.
A medicine cabinet. It smells like vitamins, and you're like, okay,
Deal.
raunchy. You're just I'm gonna over there.
You got it. Okay. Thanks for that challenge. I accept. Traveltons. Okay. All right. Do you have your product? Do you have either the product you want to try, the product you haven't demoed, or the product that your customers are not buying from you? You got it? Vance, you're nodding. Who's eye rolling at me? Cassie. I think you're eye rolling at me. Okay. Here's the next one. Put down the names of 5 people that absolutely would say yes to hosting an August party for you. Don't put them down because they are an absolutely they would do it. Yep, that's right, Holly. You think about those 5. Logan,
Shift.
order a Sensi Go, Logan. Dang it. You will sell pods for days. Order that Go and demo it. Okay, come on, Lacey. Think of your 5. Don't shake. Okay, think of 3. Come on, start with 3. Absolutely. Some of you said you are party virgins. We are going to break that. Because the best way to get easy PRV and to expand your network and to broaden your circle and to sponsor is by having somebody introduce you to their circle of influence. I say this all the time. Every single person has a circle of influence of 250 people, whether you like to think it or not, you do. So whenever we ask consultants to make that list of 100 and they say, I don't know 100 people, and it's like BS because you've got more than 100 people as friends on Facebook, your circle of influence is a heck of a lot bigger than that list of 100. But I'm just asking you to think of 5. And if you can't think of 5, think of 3. These are people that would say yes. Because these are the people that you can start to fill your calendar with for August. At the start of the incentive period, at the start of a new catalog, out of the gate. Okay? Now, here's the question that you're going to not like me for. But you need to work on, all right, I won't make you do it here. You need to work on your 10-person prospect list. If you're Jen or, I don't know, call yourself out, you have a working list of people that you have offered the business opportunity to before, and they've either said, not yet, not right now. You haven't offered it to them yet. You need a list of 10 people. Who can you offer the opportunity to? Maybe of those 10 people, it's going to be 5 that absolutely would have a party for you. There's 5 of your 10. The reason why you need 10 is because if you only have 3 people on your prospect list, what's the chances that, even though 3 is better than 0, right? But the law of proportions states that the more that you have, the better the chances somebody's going to say yes, right? That's why we do 100 no's. That's why we try to get 100 no's, Because if you ask 100 people, you're bound to get at least one yes, right? Actually, the probability shows you'd get more than one yes. But you need to be thinking of 10 people to put on your prospect list for the beginning of August. And I know Jen said if you've got somebody that wants to sign up, don't make them wait. No, don't make them wait. But if you're not exactly sure who that person is yet, you need a prospect list. And you need to go into August with a prospect list. And we can't just carry these names of people in our head because we forget. We can't carry the names of scents that our customers like in our head because we'll forget. Right? We can be a kick-ass consultant if we've got some systems in place to just keep track of things that are important in our business. Okay, that's your homework. If I was tripling down, I would say your homework is to collect $200 in the next 24 hours so that you can redeem host rewards for the product that you're going to demo. And you're going to have the names of 5 people that would absolutely say yes to a party in August. And on top of it all, you would build a 10-person prospect list going into August. What do you say? Anybody want to take my challenge? If you take my challenge and you get, I'm totally going to throw this out. If you take my challenge and you succeed, and those 4 things, I'll do a private coaching call with you. Accepted? I'll look back at the chat on who accepts it. And then it's up to you to reach out to me. And we'll have a one-on-one. What do you think? Yeah? Callie just accepted because she wants to have a one-on-one. I'm just kidding. All right, what do you think? Good? Okay, challenge accepted. Good. I will be looking at the chat for everybody that says challenge accepted. And then it's up to you to let me know when you complete it, which means I should be hearing from all of you in like 24 hours. So
You are going to be one busy girl.
whatever. I
You
can
are
take
looking
calls.
at the 10-minute calls.
Listen, I can take calls in a swimming pool. No problem.
I know you can.
No problem. Okay. Because I didn't make you think as long as I did my team, we have a little bit of time. So maybe anything that you want to ask, anything that you want to know, anything you want us to answer. I really put myself out there tonight, didn't I?
Mm.
Yeah.
Small smidge-a-rooney.
Yeah. It's for a shift. Anything you want to know?
I have to say something though, like I've been here almost 13 years, as long as more than some of you even. And I still learn something every single night. Like every time we do something, I take notes. And I think that I hope that goes to show some of you who are here, or, you know, obviously people that aren't here are missing out, but you're always going to learn. If you're always willing to learn and try new things and take challenges and ideas from other people and make them your own, you're never going to be unsuccessful. You will find the success you want if you're always engaging, tuning in and learning. I just love it. I loved what all the questions, Melissa.
Oh,
I wrote all
good.
them.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, who has their hand up? Somebody has their hand up.
Natalia.
Just Natalia, unmute.
Me, hello.
Hi.
This is my first time talking on here. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm confused on how this whole memory bar, whatever, works. I'm confused about it.
So tell me what you mean.
So when I first heard about this, I was under the impression that, you know how I think there's a graduation one, a birthday one, I can't remember.
Yep.
I was under the assumption that you were able to put you are able to customize it a little bit. I was under the wrong.
So you were able to customize your bundle in regards to if you got 5 bars in the collection, you could choose which 5 bars it was, but you can't customize like the label of the bar.
Okay, so we can't pick like if we wanted a certain picture on it, we couldn't
No.
do that.
That
Oh,
would be
come on.
cool.
Yeah. I can't remember where, maybe it was in the Teams chat or something, but I commented about it and they're like, no, that would be a lot more work for Scentsy. I'm like, yeah, but I want to customize it for my customers. Come on.
That would be cool.
I know.
We'd be waiting.
would-
a long time for
Listen,
our workers.
We did some custom things long before Scentsy. It was like kind of before Scensy's prime. Like sometimes I think we should go back to a couple of the things that
Well,
Pulled out my heart to heart frame for my custom warmer just the other day when we were loading stuff up.
right? Isn't that crazy? Okay, let me answer. Holly, you said somebody I saw. Any tips on getting social media to work for you? Oh yes, we'll divert to our resident expert. Give me one moment. Oh, let me put you on hold. I want to accept. Do you think it's possible? Anything is possible. Anything is possible. All right. So if you need an extension for your 200, you have an extension. Okay. Let's see. Tammy asked if I could repeat the challenge again. Okay, here's the challenge. You are going to sell $200 in 24 hours. You are going to use the host rewards on that $200 order to purchase a product that you have not tried, that you want to demo, or that your customers are not buying from you. And then you're going to put down 5 names of people that would absolutely host a party for you in August with the new catalog. And then build a prospect list of people that have the potential to join Scentsy, or 10 people that you're going to offer the opportunity to, as a prospect list. That's your 4 things of your challenge. Okay. So 265 for Canada. Thank you for doing the conversion for me. Do you guys see? Okay, Jill, like a Cliff Notes quick, like how do you get, I know what Jill's going to say. How do you make social media work for you? Consistency. That's how you make it work.
Yeah, I wouldn't be everywhere. I'd be somewhere, meaning don't try to be everywhere randomly. And I would, Instagram, I think, is just a great place for everyone to find new people. And I would say, stop being a billboard for what you sell and start branding you instead of the products that you sell. That means you've got to open the door and be a little bit vulnerable and share your life, share what you learned today, share things that you do, share tips that you've learned, share value so that people have a chance to connect with you on all things. And then you can drop Scentsy in there because Scentsy is a part of your life, but you have to share it in a way that you're not selling. And you have to talk and post on social media like, it reminds me of when Jen talks, how passionate and excited she gets about Scentsy. Do that about all the things in your life, all the things that you can share with people. Melissa is sharing her pool and all the things that are going on out back. Callie's been sharing her move. I've been sharing my weight loss journey and wellness. You have to 90% of Scentsy consultants on their Instagram or Facebook page are branding the products that they sell instead of themselves. And your social media accounts need to be a product of you. They need to be a storybook of you instead of what's for sale or the business opportunity. Those type of conversations, yes, promos, yes, Harry Potter, yes, all the things, but you need to get people to know you, like you, and trust you. What if your life is crazy? All of our lives are crazy. I was the epitome for crazy for 10 years of doing Scentsy. You have to just find the things that'll attract people and lead from a place of inspiring people, not victim mentality or like things you're going through. That probably sounds bad. It's not a place to vent all the horrible things you're going through in life. It's a place to share what you can teach people, how you got through those things, how you overcome those things, what you've learned, who's taught you things, your favorite Instagram accounts, your favorite local restaurants, like all of the things. So people go, oh, this girl's sharing cool stuff. Or I love watching the pool going into Melissa's house. I love seeing what she's doing. I love seeing her warmer wall. I love seeing Jen's trips in the camper. Like you have to share all those things so that people want to invest in you. You are never going to gain new customers or new team members if you lead with, I have this for sale, join my business, join my team. They don't want to join anything for you. You need to share with them what's in it for them. Do you want flexibility in your life? Do you want to go on these cool vacations? Do you want free wax and warmers? Do you want to make friendships? Do you want to be on these training calls with us? That's why we always post Thursday night shift. And then all of us repost it, and people will text me and like, what's this shifty thing? What are you doing? Like, what is that? Like, give people a reason to ask you questions. Do not fill your account with everything for sale and marketing flyers. That will never, ever, ever get you new customers or new connections, because you look like a catalog, you sound like a commercial, it looks like an infomercial, and people will check out. So if you want it to work for you, you need to come from a place where you pull back the curtain and share about yourself, and you need to do it consistently, or people will just change a channel to someone else.
Well, and prime example, perfect example of sharing not just Scentsy is, you guys know Rachel Pence. She shared, so she's right now renovating an Airstream, and she posted on Instagram about her renovation and picked up 500 followers overnight because of posting her renovation. So here's the thing. Yeah, 500 because of renovating the Airstream and posting it, sharing it, and hashtagging it. Like, so what does that mean? My answer to Rachel was, I need to go buy an Airstream. That, I mean, right? That's the easiest way to pick up 500, I'm seeing. No, what it is I need to be better at sharing the things that I do. I need to be better at sharing my craft tips. I need to be better at sharing the silly little life hacks that I do. That's the stuff people tune in for. And then all of the other things that are a part of us become part of our story too. But we hooked them by something they're interested in, not something that we solely are interested in. We have something in common. So, okay, good talk. Thank you, Jill.
We have a hand raised. Martinez family.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was getting to. Ask us.
Hi, I just wanted to go back about the question. Another director talks about how she always closes out a party and then she always has a party open. And then from what I understood, she uses her rewards. She saves her rewards to use them. And so I wanted to know how that works.
Jojo,
If I
it's you.
understood correctly.
I don't think I heard the last part of your question. Are you talking about the 12 bars?
She was
I
saying
know.
about,
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was talking about how you touched on having a party always open and then closing one immediately, but the one I think you always have open, like you save your rewards so that you could get what you really want. I don't know how to do that. I thought you had to use your rewards immediately when you close out a party.
You do. So if they're ordering, there's two ways that you can do this. So people that order on your PWS, I direct them to my open party. So it's almost like a Scentsy savings account. So every time somebody orders through jodyfarmer.com, it directs them to my open party. So I bank those rewards until I decide I want to close out. The other way you can do it is you can also attach individual orders to an open order. So if you have Martinez family party open, you can, and someone sends you an order and if you want to direct ship it, you go in and you click orders, individual order, attach to party, and you ship it to them. And that also creates that Scentsy savings account of rewards that you can use when you close out your party.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. You're so welcome. Were there any other?
Hand raises or questions? Somebody check the chat. I'm checking the.
Okay, I'm looking at.
Just to see.
I have a question if that's okay.
Yeah.
I notice when I do like a lot of online vendors or whatever, I give them my party link, but they do not follow it. Is there any way, like I've tried to contact like Scentsy support about it and there's really nothing they can do. Do you have any suggestions that I could have to, make them follow that link?
I wish.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're copying the actual URL that it's like you go to your website, open the party, and then your URL will be whatever it is plus the party name?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like what I do or what I try to do is like for each product, I give the link for that, but I'll have my party link on there. But some people just choose to, I really don't know how they book it without it, but
I would just ask them, say, hey, when you order, if you use this link, make sure it's attached to the party. And I even think now when you check out, it says, do you want to attach this to the party? And it gives you all of your open party options.
is that new or has that always been?
No, that's new.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because I think when I did the I had a couple of bundles for the Beauty and the Beast, but I didn't I didn't give people my link, but I had one. And so they asked me did you want it to be attached to this party? I'm like, yes, thank you. Someone is doing what I want for once.
And now it's like someone just said, it's kind of hard to not attach it because it does ask you at checkout what, do you want to
Okay,
attach it to the
awesome.
party, and they can choose it. But it does come down to, I just tell my customers, please make sure it's attached to either I always have my own open party, always. The minute I close it, it's open back up. Sometimes it's open before I close it, so there's never a lapse in time.
Yeah.
Or I tell them if they don't want to use mine, please help another host and attach it there.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, actually, I like what Reagan just said. Reagan, you're so smart. Good girl. She said, use a QR code to link. Oh, my eyes are really bad. I apologize. And say something like, I can't wait to send you happy mail when you use this party link to order. And that's not encouraging them to buy. That's just encouraging them to use the right link. I think I need reading glasses. This is bad. I do. I got to go to the dollar store and get some.
Yes, I love Sunny's comment. I do the same thing. I say, July orders, click here, even without a host. I have a party link every month that says that, so that it directs them that even if they don't have a host and they're just there, click the link.
I like that one that says click me. Mine always says Jody's online shop. So it's always the same, but
That's what mine says too.
yeah.
I have both. I have two, so hopefully they'll click one of them.
You can have as many as you want. So nothing ever goes unrewarded. Create that Cincy savings account. Sandra, I had a customer that does it too, and I've actually just messaged her and said, hey, it would be super great if you would just go to jodyfarmer.com and pick a party, because then it bounces you to the bottom of the list in that locator too every time someone does that.
I will also say that I sent somebody Happy Mail that continuously did that, and I wrote my URL on all sides of the box.
Subtle, Kelly, subtle. I love it.
She still went to Scentsy.com. It's fine.
I have a customer that only contacts me through my PWS, the contact form. Doesn't text me, only goes to the contact form and emails me.
Okay, are there any other questions? Are we missing? So there actually was one. It said, can you tell me what it means to be top 50 in sales? Is it in the US overall? Where do you go? I see you get a trip for 2.
That was part of the most recent incentive, and it changes. It changes. Sometimes there's global 100, sometimes there's top 100, sometimes there's top 50. It all depends, and it changes. And August 1st, well, before August 1st, we'll know what the next incentive is. But Kelly, what do you want to say?
I would say, and it's not sales. So I just want to point that out. So that incentive is actually all had to do with how many personally sponsored and certified team members you had during the period, and then also what their cumulative wholesale volume was. That's kind of how you got into the top 50. So congratulations, but because that's super duper awesome. And they will contact you to let you know. They typically turn that off the last day of the month to kind of keep it from being that bonus buying last minute type scenario.
Okay. What do you think? We good? I think. Do you have any helpful tips for getting people who are on the fence about joining to take the leap? Oh, you could
Say,
probably.
what do you have to lose?
Yeah. And it kind of depends on why are they on the fence and how long have they used Scentsy? Do they use Scentsy? Have they hosted a party for you? Have you shown them how easy it is to collect orders? You know, there's lots of ways that you can kind of feel out how on the fence they are and why. No, I think everybody's about done for tonight. Okay, let me end this way. Has anybody bought or found any cool gadgets or business tools lately? You know, I'm the business tool gadget queen. Anybody?
Hey, can I
Or how
say
about an
something
app?
about that?
Yeah.
Okay, I personally, if Jesse Brown is on this call, interrupt me and tell them all about it. But she found this sweet little, like, I can't believe it. It's a thermal printer. It's literally this big. She gets on, I'm going to have to get the name, and you have to, I guess, follow me somehow on Facebook. Everything's public. You can see it. And I'm going to share it. It's a gadget that's on Amazon, and it's a thermal printer, and it comes with like $15.99, gives you like a bunch of these rolls. It doesn't end. Like, she's done it for months. She's put labels saying thank you. She's put customers' names on them. It thermal prints nonstop. I'm like, okay, how do you change the ink? She's like, it doesn't have ink. I'm like, what? It's cheap. It was like, and when I'm saying cheap, I'm like, really cheap? So it's like $40 maybe, $20 or something like that. It's on Amazon, and is that it?
I mean, it might be.
You're on mute. It must be. What is it?
A faux memo.
It was a really weird name.
And
Does it last like forever?
And you design everything from your phone and it prints and there's lots of rolls and it's a little portable thermal printer. Let's not talk about gadgets, all right? How about a label maker? Okay? How about but this is a washi tape maker.
Well, I don't have a gadget, but my daughter did come home from college and really declutter and clean my office. And that was just heaven to work in again. No gadgets.
Doc, you just
I
have
found
it.
something at Target in the clothes section, and I hung up all of my tissue paper, not all of it, because Lord knows I have way too many, but they come off and they're like, you can have it individual. And so I just hung the sheets on, and then I can hang it back up, and then it lays them all really nice and neat. And it was like $7.99. So of course I bought 2 of them. This one isn't.
So it's better than this? It's much better than this, right? That's awesome.
And I hung it up in my closet, so it's taking like no space in here, and it just looks so nice.
That is
Can I
awesome.
share a fun little fact just because it's the end of the call and Kimmy is talking? I want you to all look at this picture. Oh, shoot. Can you see it? This is Kimmy holding up a snake in her yard that ate one of her baby quails.
Nope.
And she was angry.
I love you, Jen.
She's a farmer and she's pregnant and she was holding a snake with her baby quail in its stomach. Sorry, I just had to share that.
Thanks, Jen.
Not where I thought this was
That's
going.
my gadget. My gadget is my cell phone. I take a lot of pictures.
I love you. I love you. Kimmy, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing, and your glasses are cute. Okay, next. Anybody else? Gadget app?
All right, guys, just real quick. I don't know if any of you have seen it, and I don't remember how much I paid for this. So you might want to go to the consultant store and check it out. But this little thing is amazing. So like it's a little, clippy light thing. And you can see like it's got 3 different, yes, girl, 3 different settings. I mean, we could do a whole column gadget, let's be honest.
Melissa, literally, she doesn't even get out of her chair, y'all. Have you noticed? She just kind of pivots and she picks. What is gadget?
That's why my office looks like a hoarder's paradise.
You're so funny. But it comes with this like USB thing too. So like if you open the clip, it actually has the USB port in there. It's amazing. Like you can clip it on the desktop, on your cell phone. It's crazy bright. It's amazing. So go to the consultant store and get yourself some.
What else? What else? Go on.
What
else?
other gadgets do you have, Melissa? What do you have?
What? You're asking? Oh, I have everything you guys say. So just keep saying it. This is fun. It's like scavenger hunt and I don't have to go anywhere.
Well, I'm sure my gadget's not new, but for some of the people on the call, it might be the label range or the Rollo thermal printer is life-changing if you're doing mailers. JP just recently got one and she was so against it. And I'm like, just get it. It's so amazing. And I love it.
I
can't
wasn't
believe
against it. I was just trying to decide if I should pull the trigger and just buy it. My
For
my daughter put all my pens in this jar and I'm in love. Now I can see which pen I love pens.
The last time I was on here, I was inspired to buy this paper towel holder from Melissa for my.
I have that as well.
Faith, you have your hand raised.
Who did, honey?
Mine's not so much a gadget, but how I travel my business. I'm in a wheelchair, so I try to load my wheelchair as much as I can. But so I made a shirt of Canva that says "Ask me about Scentsy," and I got it ordered through Canva. I have a mask that says Scentsy all over it. It's great. Like literally, today's world. I mean, people talk to you, and it's right at my face. I mean, it hasn't worked yet, but one day, I'm hoping.
I love it.
And scent circles are not just for cars, and they're for wheelchairs also. I have a few scent circles, like with elastic thing. I put the scent circle through the elastic and have them hanging in my wheelchair. So.
I love it.
And then the travel pouch for the testers, instead of me taking the testers around, that's where I keep a lot of my business cards, and then I can hang on my chair. So, yeah.
That's so awesome.
So Faith, can I tell you something I just saw that is it's on my heart to tell you to do this. Have you ever thought of making a QR code and laminating it and hanging it on the back of your wheelchair? Because all people have to do is just take their phone and it'll take them either right to your website, or it can be a video
I thought of
your
it. I have
or anything like that.
To say that, what are these calls, babe? With my first paycheck, made me buy a Cricut. After my very first shift call, it made me buy a Cricut and other stuff that I probably should have slowed down on, so that I'm kind of okay, I need to slow down now. So I'm learning how to use my Cricut, and then I will be getting fancier.
That's awesome. So you know that you can create a QR code right on Canva and it's free.
Oh yeah.
Printed on a big piece of
Canva.
paper.
Canva
And
is
you're
my
golden. That would be, I would love to hear how, if you did something like that, how it worked for you. 'Cause I
Canva and
just
my-
saw somebody.
I have a QR code on my shirt, but I didn't realize it was the sizing on where it was gonna land, and lands on more my belly and in the back, so it wasn't as useful. But it still says "Ask me about Scentsy," but it's still there if I need it to.
So you can use your Cricut and take that QR code and cut it in vinyl and put it right on your wheelchair.
Oh, I'm going to.
You're done. Yep.
All right, last one before we wrap it up, but we do love that, Faith. Tonio, your hand is raised. I don't know if you guys can see those as well. Sorry, Melissa. On purpose?
That was an accident. I'm moving around with one arm. I'm sorry, my arm is in a sling and I'm cooking and trying to move around.
And you're on shift. And we appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I got to have surgery next week, so.
Oh, well, okay. Best of luck on surgery. And thank you for getting on shift. And we appreciate all of you. Thanks to everybody getting on shift. You just never know what you're going to get. Okay. We'll see you next week. We have an awesome topic planned for next week. So we're excited. Okay.
Night, everyone.
Have a fantastic night. Thanks, guys.